Welcome back to Out of Left Field. Every time a member of the Hazleton Area High School girls wrestling team steps out onto the mat, they're making history. Is there a lot of pressure that comes with that? Is it hard learning a new sport? I don't know. That's why I asked the student athletes. For the first time in school history, on January 3rd, 2024, the Hazleton Area High School hosted a triple-header wrestling event featuring the Cougar Boys junior high and varsity teams and the girls varsity team going up against Crestwood High School. Do you think the team's gotten a lot of attention this year because it's the first year, or do you feel just like it's like anything else?
I would say it's gotten a lot of attention. A lot of teachers and students are getting involved. We had our first meet at Crestwood. A whole bunch of people came out.
Do you like the attention or no? You just want to go and wrestle, or do you like the attention maybe a little bit?
I don't really care. It's
Either way.
It doesn't really affect me.
Nice.
Still going on the mat and wrestling.
2023-2024 was the first sanctioned season of girls wrestling by the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association. The Hazleton Area High School was one of the first 100 schools in the state with a girls wrestling team.
We needed some energy back into the sport, and I think this girls has put some energy back into the sport. So when it came closer to the wrestling season, I put a message out to the student body here, and I had about that, we're going to start a girls wrestling team, and I probably had about 15 girls that actually showed up and signed up that day. As it progressed, I got down to probably about 10, and then it went to about 8, and then it fluctuated to 6. But when the season opened, there were 6 girls that said, "Hey, we want to wrestle."
The Hazleton Area girls roster is now up to 8. Shanice Brown, Lindsay Buglio, Mia Molinaro, Analia Ward, Yoheni Tejada Urbaez, Lady Muses, Kaden McFarland, and Kirsten Yost are making history on the mat. As a freshman, Shanice Brown was still searching for a sport she felt was her own, a sport she knew she would stick with.
I signed up 9th grade. I just walked past the wrestling room while they're conditioning, and Coach Mara was like, they're going to start a girls program, and I've always kind of wanted to do a combat sport.
Before wrestling, Brown tried boxing, and that just wasn't for her. You said you tried boxing, maybe not for you. What about wrestling is like, hey, I think I'm going to stick with this?
Not getting punched in the face, and wrestling is more for me because it's just, I don't know how to explain it, it just felt right.
Brown is going to see how far wrestling takes her. She may even try to continue the sport in college. In the debut for the girls team at Hazleton Area, she finished 5th at the Battle on the Delaware tournament. She also took 5th at a tournament in Honesdale in February. Lindsay Buglio is no stranger to the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at the Hazleton Area High School. She's found success there as a volleyball player and a basketball player. Now she's trying to make a name for herself in the same gym, but in a new sport, wrestling. Her dad is an official for wrestling, so there's a family connection, but this is her first year on the mat.
Back to when I decided to start wrestling, it's better to know that it's like a girls team and it's like girls wrestling girls, and because I heard Coach Maurer talking about it before, if you go as a boy onto the team as a 9th grader, it's not going to be easy to get that starting spot. So it's nice that it's new now with all the girls, and most of the girls from all the other schools, it's their first year as well. So the competition is pretty much the same.
Buglio had a 5th place finish at the Battle on the Delaware tournament and is working every day to improve more and more. What advice would you give someone who comes into the girls team for the first time, and what would you say to them? What attitude should they have? What advice would you give them?
Definitely stay positive.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, and practices are intense. Even tournaments are long and intense. There's great competition there. And this past tournament, I didn't do great the first couple days, but the second day we went back and I had a great day, got first in the JV bracket of it. You just have to stay positive and know that it's not an easy sport, and you should just be proud of yourself for going out there to begin with.
Along with talent, friendships are growing on the team. Buglio and Mia Molinaro hit it off from day one. When you met her, was it instantly just like, we're going to be friends?
Yeah, first time I saw her keychain had a chicken nugget on it. I knew that was it.
Really? So that was it, the chicken nugget? Huh?
Yep. And then her mom ended up buying me one just recently at her last home tournament. So now it's my good luck charm. I keep it in the bottom of my bag.
So matching keychains.
Yep.
Big chicken nugget fan, or?
Yeah, she has a wing and I have a chicken nugget. because the height difference, and I feel like just really brings out our personalities.
Molinaro's brother Bryce was a 3-time District 2 AAA wrestling champion for Hazleton area. Mia wrestled in a local youth program and says she was going to sign up in high school for the Cougars even if there was no girls team.
What about wrestling? I know it's in the family too, but what about wrestling do you really like?
I just really enjoyed watching my brother wrestle, and I enjoyed seeing how happy he was, and it just made me excited for when I get older to wrestle. I just thought that it would be a good experience, a good opportunity. Not a lot of role models. There was only a few girls in the system back then, but now there's a lot more. So it's fun to watch, and I enjoy at the end of the day seeing all the new people and the new faces and meeting new friends and stuff. It's really enjoyable.
Back in her youth wrestling days, Molinaro would have to go up against boys, and she said that made her tougher and feel like she could do anything. This season, Molinaro placed 6th at 130 pounds at the Coal Cracker Invitational in Jim Thorpe that featured over 40 high schools.
If people didn't know you, do you think they would know you were a wrestler?
I don't know. I feel like I don't really I don't know if I project that persona,
Do you think there is a persona, or do you think that's just something people don't understand, that anybody could be a wrestler?
I feel like anybody, because sometimes you'll go up against a girl who looks shy and quiet, and then she really puts it all on the mat. She really brings it out there. Because especially some of our girls, like they're really quiet, and then they go out on the mat and they show you that that's not who they really are.
Who are the members of the Hazleton Area High School girls wrestling team? Stop by a match, pick up a newspaper, or turn on a local sports report to find out. Their story may just be getting started, but they've already made so much history.
I mean, it's pretty cool that it is the first girls team in the school's history, so that's pretty cool to be a part of. And then in future years to come, to tell my kids that I was a part of that. So yeah, that's a cool part.
It's definitely very awesome to think about it, and how a couple years late on it's gonna come bigger, but I think it's gonna be good.
You don't feel any pressure with that? It's just fun to say, hey, we're 10 years from now, if they're winning all these championships and that, to be like, we were the first ones.
Definitely pressure.
No?
I would say kind of, because we're supposed to we're setting the foundation but for the sport, but I think that anything that we do, even just stepping out on the mat, is just good.